Good afternoon. The mayor of a Paris suburb has accused French rioters of an assassination attempt after a car was driven into his home before being set alight. His wife and child were injured in the attack. It comes after a fifth night of widespread violence across the country. Jay Akbar has the latest.
This scorched car, what's left of it, is now evidence in what's been described as an attempted assassination. It sits in a local Parisian mayor's front garden. Vincent Jeanbrun wasn't inside when protesters rammed it through the front gate and set fire to it. His wife and two children were.
Compte tenu de la gravité extrême de ces faits.
Given the extreme seriousness of these events, the Public Prosecutor's Office has decided to classify them as an assassination attempt, and every effort will be made to find the perpetrators and bring them to justice.
The mayor's wife suffered a broken leg in the attack. Police say had the car travelled just a few more feet, we may have been discussing 3 fatalities. It's taken the shine of what was a relatively peaceful night in central Paris. An extra 7,000 officers were deployed after protesters threatened to target the Champs-Élysées on social media. For the first time in 5 nights, there were more blue lights than burning cars. Not so in Marseille. There, rioters overran the city, setting vehicles ablaze. This has been France's nighttime reality since Tuesday, when a policeman shot and killed 17-year-old Naël Mirazouk during a traffic stop. Yesterday, hundreds gathered in the Parisian suburb of Nanterre for his funeral. Pockets of that same city resemble a graveyard for charred vehicles. To focus on preventing more of this, President Emmanuel Macron scrapped a state visit to Germany today. He's accused rioters of exploiting Naël's death. After 5 days of street battles between police and protesters, Paris last night was quieter than previous ones. After this latest incident, it may be short-lived. Jay Akbar, ITV News.
A gunman is still at large following a mass shooting at a house party in Baltimore in which 2 people were killed. 28 people were also injured, 3 of them critically. Police say they received several calls from witnesses who described dozens of shots being fired.
This was the reckless, cowardly act. We will not stop until we find you, and we will find you. Until then, I hope with every single breath that you take, that you think about the lives that you took.
Health officials have warned children and adults are being bombarded with gambling adverts as the number of those seeking help has reached record highs. NHS England have announced they will open 7 new specialist clinics to cope with demand. Emmerdale actor Meg Johnson, who played Pearl Ladderbanks on the soap for 17 years, has died at the age of 86.
I'm interrupting.
You were right, Pearl.
Of course I was, dear. What about?
Her family described her as kind and full of warmth with a twinkle in her eye. She died after living with dementia. Cricket now, the second Ashes test is hanging in the balance, with England currently 243 for 6 at lunch. It's been a captain's innings so far for Ben Stokes as he reached a remarkable century after Johnny Bairstow was stumped in controversial circumstances. England still need another 128 runs to win. That's all for now. ITV News is back at 6:30.